I have to get up at 2 a.m. to go pee in a bottle, crawling down that thing naked in the pitch black without my glasses on. Yeah, it's wild. It's a wild time. Hello friends, Nomad Brad coming to you from my box truck. And I gotta tell you, we have a bit of a problem. It's starting to get cold at night, and I live in a very partially converted box truck with no heat. And I'm starting to get real cold at night. Old man Winter, he was howling at the door, but I was like, you know what, Nomad Brad, you're tough. You've been living on the road for 5 years. The first vehicle you had for 2 years, no heat. But guys, Nomad Brad, he's gotten soft. My last van was so comfortable, it was so nice. I had the diesel heater. Oh, it was cozy. Rewind to a couple nights ago. But it wasn't the police, it was Old Man Winter. It was really weird. The rest of my body, warm. Toes, cold as ice. First of all, Nomad Brad sleeps in the nude. No clothes touching this skin when I'm sleeping. Only the finest cotton blankets. I'm sleeping in the nude, stretched out on my bed as I like to, but my toes are so dang cold, and so I have to like curl up into a ball, into a little ball. Guys, I'm curled up into a ball like this to try to stay warm. I'm uncomfortable because like my back is all scrunched up, and then my legs are all scrunched, and so I'm waking up and I try to stretch my legs out, but nope, Old Man Winter's there with his cold ass homies. In the past, I had these huge sleeping bags, you know, like the 0 degree, the big mummy bag, but I had the 2-person mummy bag, because, you know, like Nomad Brad, he likes a company when he's sleeping. I mean, it's nice to have a little sleeping buddy. So I always had the big double sleeping bag, and here's the real problem. The sleeping bag was polyester. Nomad Brad, because I'm getting old, I'm trying to be more conscious about what I put on and in my body, so natural fibers only. So I was like, I gotta ditch the polyester. And by the way, let me tell you, that sleeping bag, even though it was warm, sometimes it was too warm. I would actually wake up sweating, just sweat pouring down my body from this damn sleeping bag. Plus, the thing is, Nomad Brad, I've been avoiding the cold weather for the most part for the last couple of years because I live in a van. I just drive where the weather's good. Like, dang, it's cold as hell up here. Let's go drive somewhere else. However, right now I find myself in a place that's a little chilly, and I'm gonna be here for a while. So Nomad Brad has to figure it out what we gonna do about it. Nomad Brad dives deep into the internet rabbit hole of natural fiber blankets. And let me tell you, there's a lot going on. Don't even go to Etsy. Next thing you know, it's been like 4 hours, and all of a sudden you're looking at like coffee mugs. You know, you come on for blankets, then you're considering coffee mugs. Do I buy the whole set? I'm a minimalist. I really only need one, but this other one's cool. No! Rewind. Back to the blankets. So I'm looking at like these big, heavy, like crocheted, knitted blankets. They look super cool, but they're like chunky and kind of weird looking, and like $300 because there's some like little old lady in Finland that's crocheting them by hand with like virgin sheep's wool. I don't know. Nomad Brad doesn't need a $300 blanket. My friend. So my blanket friend recommends mole hair. Mole hair? Mole hair? Do moles have hair? I thought moles were like furry, hairless? Or maybe that's a naked mole rat. And then I'm like, how many moles does it take to make a blanket? So now I'm picturing like this wheelbarrow full of moles, you know, off to the blanket factory. That's not a pretty picture. Not mole hair, mohair. Mohair, what the hell is a mow? Anyway, I don't know, it's some like special technique, it's wool, it's all natural. When I went online, I like looked at them, they're pretty baller looking, honestly. And so I found like this really fancy one from Ireland that was only the finest mohair. Super cool, black and white, matches the theme. It was like $165. And I was like, I mean, I could, but should I? Hop over to eBay. eBay is like my favorite spot to snag the deep discounts. Found the exact blanket for $60 on eBay. It's a 2-pound mohair blanket. Apparently, when you buy the bougie blankets, they sell them by the pound. Welcome to my mohair blanket. It's got the fringe. I feel like Macklemore, like, you know, going thrift shopping. Does that make me old? Do Macklemore references make me old? So I get the blanket, I pull it out, I'm like, it's not that heavy. I mean, it feels decent. It's not super scratchy. By the way, the sheets on the bed, they are 100% cashmere. Woo! So I'm like, I'll just throw this on top. It's like, it feels good, not super soft, but it's good, I'll work with it, it's good, it's mohair, it's cool, it's stylish. If anyone ever comes over, I'd be like, check out my mohair, you know what I mean? Match my mohawk. Oh, what up? Crawl up into bed, cashmere sheets, naked cashmere sheets, mohair blanket. Thug life. I can tell immediately as soon as I crawl naked under the cashmere, under the mohair, I'm like, dude, this is no good. It's no good. I can tell right away, it's no good. It's like, I can literally feel the draft like coming through the mohair blanket. It's drafty, it's dark, it's late, I'm tired. Everyone told me the wool and the mohair is the way to go, so I'm like, oh, we'll try it out, we'll see what happens. Maybe an hour later, cold AF, toes. Mr. Winter got my toes, ice cold. What is up with the toes? I feel like, I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere or learned that. I'm pretty sure I learned that in like a science class. Like when you're dying of hypothermia, your body like cuts off the blood flow to your extremities to preserve your heart and like your organs, because you know that's what's important. You know, you can get around without feet, but you can't get around without a liver. I mean, can you? Can you have a liver? Is there 2 livers? I got the mohair blanket. I'm feeling fancy, but I'm cold. I got the ice toes. So now it's like I've sworn off synthetics. I cannot go back to the polyfill bag, even though it's super soft and supple and it's like a cocoon. It is a little sweaty, but it's nice and warm, but I can't, it's synthetic. So now I've already invested in 1 blanket. It's not warm enough. I have no choice. I gotta go with 2. This is my top blanket. This is like, it'll give you the atmosphere. I'll kind of like drape it over the edge. Check this out. Huh? Yeah, drape it over the edge. How about that, guys? We got the black on white mohair. We got the white wainscoting. We got the black and white entrance door. I got the black shirt. I got the black and white cup. I got the white linen. I got the black and white dog. Back to the drawing board. Back to Amazon, back to Etsy, back to eBay. I figured out what I need is a traditional wool blanket. Once again, they rate them by the pound. I don't know why we're buying blankets by the pound. I mean, this isn't steel. I'm not buying bulk granola at Whole Foods. Like, why do blankets get sold by the pound? That was a notification. Hello. I heard there is a blanket you are searching for. Something to keep you warm at night. This is it, guys. I was like, I gotta get another blanket. So this one here, this is pure, 100% pure wool blanket. This is 5 pounds. This is a 5-pound wool blanket plus the 2-pound mohair. So altogether, this is like 2 mohair blankets plus that one. That's like 3. I'm basically 3 mohair blankets deep in this BZ. And this one, you can already tell it's like heavy duty. It's not drafty. You can't see through it. I can't see you. When I hold it up, I can't see you. You can't even see light through it. I feel good about it. I'm like, this is it. It feels good, it's heavy, it's a little scratchy, but you know, I'm naked under the cashmere. Then the mohair on top. I have now 7 pounds of blanket, all natural fibers. This one feels heavy, I'm confident. This is like probably 4 nights later. By the way, for those 4 nights in between, cold, very cold at night. I can't imagine I need more than 7 pounds of blanket. Hop up in the bed, naked, under the cashmere sheets, with the 5-pound wool, then the 2-pound mohair. I'm feeling good, confident, warm, stretched out, not curled in a ball, stretched out, in a good place. I wake up hours later, in a ball with cold feet. At this point, I'm legitimately concerned. Like, is there something wrong with my body? Let me tell you guys something. It's not that cold out. It's only like 40 degrees out, which, I mean, 40 degrees is cold. If you think about it, like your average refrigerator is set to around 40 degrees. So imagine in your mind trying to sleep in a refrigerator. Being in the box truck here, uninsulated, without heat, I mean, the roof is aluminum, the back door is aluminum, like, it's just, the temperature inside is the temperature outside. And the fact that I'm up in the loft, right? I'm literally, my head is like 18 inches from the ceiling, which is pure aluminum, which is just like absorbing all the coldness from outside. So imagine you're trying to sleep, but there's like 18 inches from your head. 18 inches from your head, there's just like a refrigerator just right there, just blasting cold onto you. So that was my experience. I'm back at square one. I have 7 pounds of blanket, a 5-pound wool, a 2-pound mohair, cashmere sheets, naked underneath, and my feet are still cold. Maybe I have a foot disease. I should Google that. Is there like a thing like my feet are really cold when it's not actually that cold out? By the way, don't comment and tell me to put on socks. I can't sleep with socks on. I can't sleep with socks. I can't sleep with sweatpants. I gotta be naked under the sheets. I gotta figure it out. But I'm nervous. I do not want to buy another blanket and have it be a fail. Then I talked to a friend. The friend recommends an electric blanket. Instantly, my mind is like, oh, an electric blanket. An electric blanket, I mean, that's for like old people in rocking chairs. Like, if an electric blanket can keep an 80-year-old woman warm while she crochets in a rocking chair, it should be able to keep a 37-year-old van dweller warm. Plus, I'm not trying to brag, but I got a pretty badass electrical system that I installed. 24 volts, 400 amp hours. I'm about to double it to 800 amp hours of lithium iron phosphate. Boom! Really big electrical system. I'm pumped. So then my idea is, I get the electric blanket, but I put it down on the mattress, like as like a base layer, right? Because my thought is like heat rises, so I'll put the blanket down, lay on top, naked, then the cashmere sheets, then the wool, then the mohair, voila, and I'll be super toasty. Here it is, my friends. This shall be the solution. So here's the deal, it's synthetic. It's not natural fiber. They don't make wool electric blankets. Or do they? I didn't find any wool electric blankets. So this is some BS polyester petrochemical blanket. However, here's the situation. I'm gonna wrap the blanket around the mattress, then the wool blanket, then the fitted sheet, then Nomad Brad, naked, cashmere sheet, 5-pound wool, 2-pound mohair. So, I'm taking you guys with me on this journey. Will this be Nomad Brad's final blanket? I gotta go install this thing, and I thought I would let you guys watch because it is completely ridiculous how awkward it is trying to do anything up on that bunk loft bed. The roof is so shallow. It's a temporary bed. I'm gonna have a full-size queen mattress on a lift. It's gonna go up and down, have some baller seating underneath. It's gonna be nice. I promise, it's gonna be nice. But in the meantime, I got that makeshift loft bed. It's a piece of crap. You'll wake up in the night, you'll bonk your head, you'll roll over and smash your elbow. Don't sleep in the loft. Anyway, but for now, I gotta sleep in the loft. We're gonna see if this blanket will keep Old Man Winter off my toes. Do you like my Home Depot storage tub steps? It's custom. So, by the way, this is how I get up into the loft. It's very precisely engineered. I basically stand on these storage tubs and then I just spider monkey up the wall here. It's pretty graceful, but let me tell you, when it's balls cold out and I have to get up at 2 a.m. to go pee in a bottle, crawling down that thing naked in the pitch black without my glasses on, yeah, it's wild. It's a wild time. I'm still not even sure this is gonna work out. I might wake up with cold toes again. I might have to just amputate them. At this point, I might be better off without them. Maybe my body's trying to tell me that you don't need your toes. They're just holding you back. Your toes are holding you back. I gotta tell you, I feel like I can't be that old. I mean, to be crawling up there like that, monkeying around, like I'm a little old, but not really. Not like old. I'd like to see an old man do that. Oh, my back! I'll tell you what, this is a workout. I mean, I don't have to even go to the gym. I just change my sheets. Need some water.
75-year-old male back pain. 211 Hollow Road.
I think I got a little mohair in my throat. All right, my friends. The blankets have been secured. 5 pounds of wool, 2 pounds of mohair, electric blanket. It's time to get ready for bed and test this bad boy out. Good morning, my friends. It is the next day. We have made it to the next day. I'll tell you what, I woke up this morning on time, at my normally scheduled time, very, very comfortable. The electric blanket, it brought the heat. It brought the heat. Oh man, it was so nice. You know, the minute I crawled into that bed last night, I felt the toasty warm, and I knew we were going to make it. I'm a little concerned that a 37-year-old grown man needs to sleep with an electric blanket. I mean, literally needs to sleep with it to keep from his weak ass feet waking him up and having to sleep in a curled ball. It's a little concerning, but you know, rewind, not worried about it. I'm so happy. I had a great night's sleep. The blanket did awesome. I got the 6-level blanket and I slept on level 3. So it's got a timer and then a heat setting. I set it for 3 and I set the timer for 10 hours because I was like, I don't want this bad mamma jamma to turn it off when I'm deep in the sleep and then I get woken up with the cold feet up in the ball. Can't have that. So it's good. The wool blanket's good. The mohair is good. I like the mohair. The mohair looks good. But the electric blanket, that's really where the power's at. That's the sleeper. That's the workhorse, is that electric blanket. So that's it. If you guys are having trouble sleeping at night, if you wake up and you got cold ass toes, get you an electric blanket. Don't buy 7 pounds of wool.